started at 5 years old as a trumpet player, which was my dad's idea. I only wanted to be a baseball player, never wanted to be a trumpet player. Or any musician, I just wanted to be a baseball player. But he, early on, told me that's I was going to have some musical education as well, because he felt it was important for me as a human being, as a young guy growing up, and not just have a sports fixation and just to learn your ABCs in school. So I did that. That, of course, opened me up to all the music that I made. So I really enjoyed that very much. But that's what really honed what I've become, being a trumpet player. And when it came time to sing, I took that same attitude as a trumpet player and applied it to being a vocalist, because I've never had any lessons of any kind. But I was lucky enough to be a good horn player, and it was a very, very easy transition. My parents were always supportive of me as long as I promised that I would get my education. And I did. And they wanted me to go to university, so I did. And all that time I played. Played from 5 years old the horn, got my first band at about 10 years old. And through all that time, I divided my time between learning and in school and being a musician. When I went to university, I would always go back home. I went to the University of Buffalo. And for me, that was 170 miles away from me. And I would go home every weekend, plan my classes so that I could go home. And anyway, my folks were very supportive. Got my education, and after that, became successful at this, and they were nothing but proud, always proud. When I was a little kid, I would always walk down the street with my grandmother, and she would see someone and suddenly lift those up. I found out that it's called the Maloik. The Maloik is a protection against the evil eye. And she thought someone was giving me the evil eye, so she hoisted that up. And as long ago as in Rainbow, which was 1975, we actually started. I started to do that very sparingly. Certainly when I got into Sabbath, I really started to do it a lot. And it became kind of a symbol of everything, and I certainly didn't invent it. I'm sure it's a symbol that was done probably thousands of years ago, but because I did it so much. Sabbath created heavy metal music. Purple were much more of a musical entity. They were much more trained, and from John Lord to Richie Blackmore, were really, all of them, Roger Glover, all the lot, they were just great players who learned from other great musicians. Zeppelin, those guys were a little bit between Sabbath and Purple, in that they had musical expertise, but were trying new things. Sabbath were a band that played and flew by the seat of their pants. Tony had his fingers chopped off early on, which made it necessary for him to tune the guitar down a half a step, so that the strings weren't quite as tight, so it would be a little bit easier for him, which created this other tone that was there. And the way Tony plays, and Tony's riffs are, to me, the most instrumental things that there ever could be for heavy metal music. So it was always Sabbath first. Tony and Geezer and Ozzy and Bill Ward created heavy metal music. I'm more of a thinking man's heavy metal person. I think in terms of metal with the music, as far as the strength of it goes and the power of it goes and the thud of it goes. But as far as lyric writing, I think I'm a little bit more visionary than that. I try to be a little bit more clever, perhaps, than most metal singers do. I don't sing baby, baby, babies, and I love you, I love you, I love you, and it's got no place in anywhere.